Thursday. This is a weekly series that I do on my YouTube channel and my Kathy by Design blog, where I dig into my stash of older papers and I make something new and fresh. Sometimes I take an older design and I use it in a new way. It's just a day that encourages us to get into our paper stash and use what we have. So today I'm working with a collection that I bought I don't know, I might have bought this 2 or 3 years ago. This is Under the Tuscan Sun. It's Ciao, which is an Italian paper company. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful nature-based collection. And I pulled this collection out because I have to make a sympathy card. And I don't know about you, but for me, sympathy cards are absolutely the hardest type of card to make. You just have to set the right tone with a sympathy card. And there are certain things that I think of when I'm creating a sympathy card. I look, first of all, for really beautiful, serene colors. And these, all the greens and blues in this. Here's the 6x6. They really hearken to that. I want to create a feeling of peace and calm as I work on a sympathy card. The other thing I look for, is just colors. You don't want it to be depressing, but you also don't want it to be, vibrant hot pinks and lime greens and all of that. You want to use appropriate tones of color. So here's I think this is called the Creative Pad. This is 8.5 by 11. So I felt like this collection kind of ticked all the boxes for me. I love the poppies and the daisies, the country field images, and the person I'm making this for will also really love all of those things. So I just wanted to give you a quick peek at the collection. I think you can still get this. If you can, I'll link it in my blog post. So I started by making, I've got embossing powder on my work table here. Hold on. All right. I started out by making a 6x6 square card. And then I just took a little clear embossing pad and lightly brushed it around the edges, and then hit it with this wow rich gold ultra fine embossing powder. And I didn't put it down solid. I did what you're never supposed to do. You're never supposed to put down embossing powder and then flick the paper like that, because it makes a lot of the embossing powder fall off. Except that's what I wanted. So you can see it's just a very subtle gold on the outside edge. I finished the inside of the card just using a couple of pieces from the 6x6 pad, and then I stamped in a sympathy sentiment here, and I've prepared a little blank sentiment panel here where I'll write my message to my friend before I send it out. So that will go here. So you can see just really simple. These are both just 6x6 trimmed down to about 5 and just a little slightly more than 5 3/4 to fit inside, and then stamped. Very, very simple. So now we're going to work on the cover. That's the main focus for today. And I want you to see how pretty this looks with this green sort of linen paper and just that tiny bit of gold popping in behind. And that's just a really, you wouldn't want like a super bold embossing. You want to keep everything subtle. So here we are, and this piece is trimmed. I want to say this is just slightly more than 5 3/4. See, there's 5 3/4, and I'm like a 1/16 of an inch over that. And then this is also an image from the 6x6 pack. I just thought this was gorgeous with the birds flying. This paper is so pretty, you hate to cover anything up. But this I trimmed to 5 1/4 inches square and then matted it on a slightly larger piece of the green. And this I did not heat emboss. So we're going to glue this down on our linen panel. The other thing is I try to keep my designs a little more on the, I don't know what the word is to use, clean. I try to keep everything kind of clean on a sympathy card. It's such a confusing time when you've lost someone that you love. It's kind of nice to keep things a little more simple. Then I've got this shimmer satin ribbon. This is called Moss. And I'm simply going to wrap this. Let me get my scissors. I'm just going to wrap this around the left-hand panel. And I'm going to just tie a square knot. I don't even want a bow. I just want this real simple. Oops. Okay, so that's how you tie a pretty square knot. And then I'm just going to come in with my scissors. And I'm going to trim the ends. Just very simple. All right. So there's that. And I think I want this up toward the top. So I'll trim those tails a little bit more once I'm sure where I want everything to be. Then from that creative pad, I found this blank frame with these beautiful poppies, and I stamped another sentiment inside there. Now, if you're scared to stamp direct to paper, don't forget that you can use vellum. You can always stamp on vellum and then glue the vellum down, and that's a beautiful look. And this has been backed with a little foam adhesive. And I want this to go over about like this, all right? And I think I got that straight. Straight is so hard. Let's see. There we go. That looks a little better to me. Then I cut out one of the circular images. I just love the imagery on this. And I put foam tabs behind it and put it on a little doily that I had in my stash. And then just a bit of foam tape here. And then adhesive here. And I want this to go over to the side. Just like this. Yeah. Perfect. All right, so I do want to go ahead and bring this down like that. And I am gonna trim these. I think they're too long. All right, very good. Very good. All right. I'm going to put just a dot of hot glue back behind there, back behind the knot, to hold that in place now that I know I have it where I want it. Okay. All right, and then I pulled out some Reneabouquets. These are elements, and I can't remember the name of these, but I will look it up and I will link it on the blog. So if you check the blog, these will be in the description. And these I heat embossed first with aged ivory embossing enamel from Stampendous, and you always want to shake this up before you use it. And then after it cooled, I came back with Seth Apter Ancient Amber. And same thing with this, you want to shake it up. And you can see it just gave it this very soft golden glow. And I really like the way that looks. So, just trying to figure out where I want to put these pieces. This is a corner piece. Right here. And then this small piece, I'm not sure. I'm going to wait on that one. I may not even use it. But the other thing that I brought in was these gorgeous butterflies. And again, I can't remember the name of these right off the top of my head, but I love using a butterfly image on a sympathy card because of the just the reference back to resurrection. So I just need to figure out where I want to place this. I know I want it traveling into the card, not moving out, but these are a beautiful color match for this collection. What I'm going to do, I've got a small piece of foam tape here, and I think I'm going to add just a little more foam on the back side of this butterfly. These are all hand painted. These are all, you know, like the original images are hand painted by Renee. And then she adds all the little details herself. They're stunning. So this is going to go right here. I just want to hold that in place until that glue sets up. I really like that. That's beautiful. So now maybe this little vine. I'm still not sure. I'm going to just wait on that. And then I got into my little birdie flowers, and I'm not sure if I want to use these or not. I thought the red was kind of nice because it harks back to the poppy images, but they might be too bold. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I really want to do that. I have some of these these are little birdie. I'm not even sure. Yeah, see how much better that is than that dark red? It's just softer. So we're just going to put this down and call that it. And pull these little tails out. Yeah, so I think that's all I want to do. I'm not even sure I'm going to add this little chip in. I think I'll save that for another project. To me, just the simplicity of this and the serenity of it is perfect. So I'll glue this on the front of my card, and that finishes things out. This is a really simple Throwback Thursday, but sympathy cards are something we all have to make, and I think they're hard for all of us to do. I just thought you might like some tips with that. So that is it for me, Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design. Thanks for stopping by today, and I wish you joy and creativity. I'm going to go get my craft on. Bye.